carrying each other through life. Prem had never believed that marriage should begin with fear. But fear was exactly what he felt on the night of his wedding. He sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, while his new wife sat quietly beside him. Her name was Sandhya. She was kind, educated, and gentle, but in Prem's eyes, she was everything he did not want. She was overweight, shy, and chosen by his father. Prem was only 18. He had dropped out of school early because he was poor at English. He now spent his days helping his father run a small video cassette shop that was already close to closing down. In the whole world, Prem feared only one person, his father, and it was his father who had arranged this marriage. Sandhya, on the other hand, was a university student. She would soon become a teacher. To Prem's parents, this marriage was a miracle. Their uneducated son had married a woman with a future. But Prem felt ashamed. He thought she would embarrass him in front of others. That night, Prem pretended to fall asleep early. He even joked with his friends later, calling his wife a fat pig. He did not know that those careless words would soon turn into regret. A marriage without warmth. The next morning, Sandhya called her mother, following tradition, to say she was safe. When her mother heard that nothing had happened between the couple, she gently advised her daughter to take the first step. Unfortunately, Prem's mother overheard the conversation. Soon, the whole family was whispering. Prem's father grew angry, ready to hit his son with a sandal. But just then, Sandhya walked in, holding a tray of tea. She served everyone with a shy smile. Prem's father's anger disappeared instantly. He praised her sweetness and even took the couple out to buy household items. As they walked through the market, Sandhya happily held Prem's arm. Suddenly, Prem saw an old friend, a confident man walking with a beautiful, slim wife. Panic filled Prem's heart. He quickly pointed at a shop and told Sandhya to go inside alone. "I'll wait for you here," he said coldly. Inside the shop, Sandhya bought a new nightdress. She decided that tonight she would try to be brave. Meanwhile, Prem could not stop comparing his wife to other women. The gap in his heart grew wider. A painful beginning. That night, Sandhya changed into the new nightdress and turned on the television. She called Prem to sit beside her. "I'm not in the mood," Prem said. "If you don't come, I'll tell your father," she replied softly. Fear won. Prem sat down. With the lights off and a romantic movie playing, the marriage was finally completed. But instead of relief, Prem felt dirty and angry with himself. He went out and complained to his friends, saying he had lost control. The next day, he returned to being cold and distant. 3 days later, Sandhya returned to her parents' home, as tradition required. Prem was secretly happy. He rushed to pack her bags and drove her away as fast as he could. Before leaving, Sandhya said gently, "Don't forget to come and get me." Prem nodded, but forgot immediately. Humiliation and separation. Days passed. Prem ignored the promise until his father exploded in anger. Forced, Prem went to fetch Sandhya late at night. On the way back, Sandhya sat behind him on the small motorcycle, holding his waist. Prem felt uncomfortable, as if ants were crawling all over his skin. But Sandhya felt something very different. She felt happy, because she loved him. Every shy glance, every quiet smile carried her love. But love alone was not enough. Prem's friends mocked him openly. One day, drunk and jealous, Prem complained loudly that his father had ruined his life. In front of everyone, he pointed at Sandhya and insulted her cruelly. "Sleep with her once," he laughed, "and you'll know what hell feels like." Sandhya heard every word. That night, she said nothing. The next morning, she packed her things and left. This time, she did not plan to return. The divorce notice. Sandhya went back to her parents' home, but even there, she found no comfort. Her parents told her to endure, to compromise, to accept. For the first time in her life, Sandhya said no. She filed for divorce. When Prem received the court notice, His world collapsed. Sandhya demanded the return of her dowry and financial compensation. Both families cried in court. The judge listened calmly and then made a decision. "You will live together for 6 more months," he said. "This is a reflection period." Neither of them was happy, but they had no choice. 6 months of change. They lived in the same room, but not on the same bed. One slept on the floor, the other on the bed. Prem decided to return to school and change his fate. But sitting in the exam room, staring at the English paper, he understood how far behind he was. Desperate, he wrote a letter in his own language, begging for mercy. The teacher came to his house the next day. Prem became a joke again. At his lowest point, something began to change. Sandhya cooked dinner one evening. Prem's parents praised her food. Then his father suggested they join the village wife-carrying competition, hoping to win prize money. That night, Prem finally exploded. He admitted everything to Sandhya. The lies, the pressure, the fear, the truth that he hated himself more than he hated her. Sandhya listened quietly. For the first time, they spoke honestly. Prem confessed that he felt inferior, uneducated, powerless, afraid of being overshadowed by his capable wife. Sandhya admitted that sometimes she had unknowingly hurt his pride. That conversation unlocked something between them, learning to walk together. Slowly, they began to help each other. Prem tried to save the shop. Sandhya passed her teacher interview. When she forgot her documents, Prem ran to the streets to deliver them. He recorded her favorite songs on tape as a gift. Small things softened their hearts. Then tragedy struck. A widowed aunt in their home, who had suffered her whole life, lost her husband suddenly. Before leaving, she told them, "Don't wait until it's too late to love." Those words stayed with them. The race. On the day of the wife-carrying competition, the village was crowded. Other women were light and athletic. Sandhya worried about Prem's strength. At the start, Prem stumbled and fell. Others ran ahead, but he did not quit. Step by step, guided by Sandhya's voice, he moved forward. At the muddy field, they slipped and fell together, covered in dirt. Instead of anger, they laughed. This time, Sandhya stood up first and pulled Prem from the mud. In that moment, Prem understood. Marriage was not about carrying a burden. It was about lifting each other when one fell. With new strength, Prem lifted Sandhya again and ran. They won. But Prem did not stop at the finish line. He carried his wife all the way home. A new beginning. When he finally put her down, they said nothing. They simply held each other tightly. Their marriage did not begin on their wedding night. It began here. Like all of us, they were imperfect, but they chose to walk forward together, and that made all the difference.